Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, we're going to be talking to Scott Snellings. He's a personal injury trial attorney and the president of the Collin County Bar. That's just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox. Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
When I think of personal injury attorneys, I think about the movie Erin Brockovich, and obviously Hollywood had a little sensationalism there. It didn't stay exactly to the facts. It also kind of glamorized the profession of the legal career. To talk about that today, Scott Snellings. He is a trial attorney, personal injury attorney, and the founder of Snellings Law. Thank you for coming on the show.
Oh, thanks for having us, Jeff. We appreciate it.
Okay, Erin Brockovich, you watched it. Did you like it? Is that your life?
That is definitely not my life. I did like the show. Any kind of trial attorney show, I always like those, of course. And I like the way that they depict things. In fact, I wish our lives were a lot more like that. We don't get to sign up a case and then go try it at the end of a 30-minute or 1-hour-long episode.
It doesn't work like the TV shows?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't at all.
Okay. So I want to talk to you more about your firms. You told me before the show that you didn't start out wanting to be a lawyer. I
didn't. In fact, being a lawyer never even occurred to me. When I was at Baylor University in undergrad, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I was a psychology major, and one day my dad was out hunting. He had on a Baylor t-shirt, and this guy yelled out to him, "Hey, did you go to Baylor?" And he said, "No, my son goes." And they started talking and hunting together, and that ended up being personal injury lawyer Cass Casterline. Cass has since passed away, but he gave me an internship that summer, and I got to learn what a personal injury lawyer did and how they helped people, and fell in love with it. Took the LSAT the next time it was offered, and here I am.
All right, tell me about one of your favorite cases.
Wow. So I would say one in particular sticks out. It wasn't a particularly sexy or crazy case, but we have a client who ended up being with us for about 4.5 years. She had an extended period of treatment. We negotiated the case. Couldn't get it resolved at that point in time. The insurance company just wasn't providing fair offers, and we ended up having to try the case. We were reset 4, 5, 6 different times, and eventually were able to try the case. We got a result 10 times what she was offered. But the thing that really sticks with me is we're still really good friends. We love to develop relationships with our clients. And in fact, she just reached out this last week promising to bring me some Cajun food before too much longer.
Wow, you're a man of great integrity, and I can see why you're so successful. We found a great overview video. Let's go ahead and roll that now.
About a decade ago, I was prescribed some medication that severely damaged my kidneys. It's a crazy feeling when your doctor tells you that you need a transplant. It just declined over the years to the point where I needed a new kidney or I was going to have to go on dialysis. Looking back through the whole process, my family came together like I'd never seen, and it really cemented in my mind what my purpose is, and that's helping others. These experiences allow me to really step into my client's shoes and see things from their perspective. It's my duty to be your rock, to take that burden off your shoulders so that you can concentrate on getting better and healing.
I was on my way to work and was rear-ended by a distracted driver. I suffered a concussion, and there was a lot of concern about whether or not I was going to be able to recover. It was difficult and a challenge to be present with my family. I reached out to Scott, and I sensed his need to want to help. I think that Scott does relate to what his clients are experiencing and what they're going through, and I think that is why it feels so genuine that he wants to help. I felt completely reassured. It allowed me to focus on my family and my health and getting well. He was able to take so many other responsibilities off of my plate at a time when I really needed that.
I was sitting in traffic at a stoplight. A car entered the left turn lane, hit the right rear side of my car, and then ricocheted off and hit the right front side. I did have a concussion and injured my rotator cuff on my right shoulder. My brother told me about Scott. I met with him and it just kind of instinctively felt, this man has a good heart. If you want someone who is compassionate and caring, is going to look out for your best interest, Scott Snellings is your man. He'll look out for you.
I know the fear and the stress of being poked and prodded, not knowing if you're going to come out of the hospital. I can't tell you what the future holds, but what I can tell you is you're going to have an advocate the whole way. And we're going to do everything we can to make sure that that future is as bright as possible. We're going to stand up for you. We're going to go face the big guy, and we're going to give it everything we've got to get you the best result possible.
I should tell you something. So Scott said he still looks at that video and he sees himself a little puffy. You had a kidney transplant.
I did, Jeff. Yeah, that was probably about 6 months after my kidney transplant, and I had gone through a rejection episode not too long before that. And so I was on high-dose steroids, and that kind of will puff out your face and give you the fat face. So every time I see that, I giggle a little bit, thinking, yeah, I don't really look like that. That's not my true self.
All right, tell me about the kidney transplant.
Yeah, so I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis back in my 20s, and they put me on some medication for that. That medication ended up destroying my kidneys. And so after about 10 years, I had a really great nephrologist, and he was very aggressive in my treatment and had it lined up to where as soon as health insurance would pay for it, I was going to get my kidney transplant. Thankfully, my best friend in the world, Jacob Thompson, was a donor, and he was a match. And so on Halloween, they rolled both of us back to get a kidney transplant, and his wife was 8 months pregnant at the time. Wow. So yeah, my little boy is named after Jacob.
How do you even thank a person for that?
You don't. What we do is we advocate for organ donation. If you're not an organ donor, if you're watching this and you're not an organ donor, please consider giving. It's super easy to sign up. Your organs can go to save many, many, many lives. Other than that, we go celebrate our kidney anniversary every year. We'll go out on a trip with his wife and my wife. And it's just, it's an amazing relationship. He's always been a brother to me, but now he's literally a part of me, Jeff.
Wow, no, I love that. Yeah, just got chills. You have a really cool firm, and you're also passionate about giving back. Let's go ahead and roll a clip.
Hey, we're here at Fast Packs in Frisco for this month's Snellings Law Service Project, and I'm here with Heather. Heather, could you tell us a little bit about what you do at Fast Packs?
So we are a nonprofit here in Frisco, and we provide weekend meal packs to kids that are going hungry in FISD. And we do that by procuring meal packs that are pastas, fruits and vegetables, desserts and snacks, breakfast items, and handing those out on a weekly basis at their campus.
Great. Thank you so much for all that you do for Frisco, and it's been an honor to be able to help you guys this month.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for bringing in your food drive today. We appreciate it.
You bet. Thank you.
And this is something you do every single month?
We do. We plan out a monthly service project for the firm, and we've been doing that for, I guess, year and a half, 2 years now. It's one of our core values is giving back to our community. We've all been given so much. I grew up in a family who loves to serve. In fact, my dad just received an award for over 10,000 hours of service with the Plano Police Department. My mom, she volunteers at the Collin County Children's Advocacy Center. And so, yeah, it's just a background of giving back. And it's great because all of our team gets excited about those days. We usually go do a volunteer event and then grab lunch together back at the office and celebrate. And so we just try to make it a really special time.
Wow. Tell me about the Collin County Bar.
Collin County Bar Association. It's a fantastic organization. Obviously, it's lawyers get together, and along with the judges, they also have memberships as well. And our mission is just this, lawyers helping lawyers to learn, grow, and serve. And so, we try to pick projects. We have different sections and committees that aim to do just those things, to help lawyers and really help them grow their practices, their networks, and benefit their families and communities.
And this has to be a challenging time to lead the Collin County Bar because of COVID. We've got a lot of like Zoom hearings and stuff like that. Is this a weird time to lead an organization as large as the Collin County Bar?
You know, so I just stepped into leadership approximately a month and a half ago. Poor Tressie Weeks, I will give her due credit. She was the president the COVID year is what we call it. And so she really had a rough time. So she's made it an easy transition for me. And, you know, we're really trying to get back out, obviously, with the new COVID Delta variant. That throws things up in the air. But, hey, we have a great board. And, you know, we're going to do everything we can to continue on our mission.
Outstanding. We've got about a minute left. Final thoughts.
Well, Jeff, thank you. It's always inspiring to be around guys like you who have built successful businesses and do it the right way. One of the things that we strive for on a daily basis is to do the right thing. In fact, that's another one of our core values. And so I really appreciate you having me on, and it's always inspiring to be around people like you.
It's an honor. Thank you. We're going to end by putting up your website, which is snellingsinjurylaw.com. Scott Snellings, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you, Jeff.
That's it for now. We'll see you next time.